everyone. How you doing? Glad we turned the air on for everybody so we can burn up. Well-coached team, very disciplined team, ran the heck out of the football. That was the goal, to try to stop the run. We didn't do that whatsoever. They had 224 yards rushing, which they ultimately dominated the time of possession, which is not good because now we can't get on the field and do what we're capable of doing. Coach Kleiman was wonderful. I have a lot of respect, a lot of admiration coming from FCS, as I did, and he is unbelievable, and his team was truly prepared and ready to play this game. We had opportunity tremendously at the end of the game. We took a shot. We didn't come up with it. Game over. But we shouldn't have been in that situation whatsoever. The drive before that, defensively, blowing coverages, we blew some things there because the running back should never be wide open running up the sideline in a situation like that. Then they take a shot and hit us deep, which is not indicative of who we are. Certainly losing Travis and Jimmy and others was tremendous because they're a vital part of our team, vital part of our identity, they're a vital part of who we are. So that took a blow. Take your time, Coach. That took a lot out of us. But other guys had the opportunity to step up and they did, so I'm proud of them. Let's go. Ladies first. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Nick Edwards, CU Sports Report. A lot of unfortunate injuries tonight.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if you have any updates on Travis, Jimmy, and Amari.
No, not one. I saw Amari in a boot, kind of a cast, so thank God we have everything we need on the second floor here in this wonderful building. But I haven't gotten an update on those particular young men. Hopefully, they could get back at it, but we're not going to rush them. Their safety and their health is much more important in this game.
Hey, Coach, Tyler King with the Denver Gazette. When Colton gets the interception there late in the game and then almost turns it for a touchdown, I mean, how quick was just the turnaround and the emotions after you guys scored pretty quickly to take the lead and then they come right back out? And like you said, you had some blown coverages there. What did you see on that?
Tremendous. It was a natural high. That was phenomenal. Big play. I mean, the defense came up with the play when they needed to come up with the play, and that's what transpired. And you thinking, well, we're going to score. With the ball in Shadour's hand down there, we're going to score, and we went on and did what we had to do. We didn't expect them to have a couple of explosion plays to set them up for a touchdown. We didn't even fathom that. I think Coach Rob called a heck of a game, as well as Pat. We just came up on the short end of it.
Coach Troy Finnegan, CU Sports Report. I've got two for you. First, it looked like Travis was back on the sidelines. He had his helmet.
Yeah.
Was there any discussion about him coming back in?
Not whatsoever. He was just there to support his team, and he did a good job at it.
And second, the tackling seemed like a big issue tonight, especially at the second level. How much of that was you guys, and how much of it was DJ Giddens at running back?
He's phenomenal. He's one of the best in the country. I mean, his maneuverability is unbelievable. We didn't tackle well today whatsoever. We didn't get to the ball as a unit today whatsoever. We had some busts and a few things. I'm telling you, I hear the calls. Coach called a pretty darn good game. He called a really good game, and we just got to execute the calls.
Coach, obviously losing is frustrating.
Right.
That's the most frustrating part. But if you were to break it down, what would you say you were most disappointed with on the way to the
big
loss?
plays and giving up, surrendering 224 yards rushing. Come on. That's it, because that's clock as well. That keeps our offense off the field, and then they need opportunities. We need opportunities.
Obviously, you'd rather learn from a win. You're going to have to learn from a loss.
Right.
Do you take some solace in the resiliency your team showed? I mean, you're down 10 there late.
I'm
You're
proud of them,
back.
man. I'm always proud of them. I mean, you guys know this is, and you wonderful women, this is a totally different team. This team has heart. They have integrity. They're tough. They love to play this game. We just came up short. We got to just learn how to win these particular games. We've done so this year as well. But that was one that we should have got it. Play here and there. Yeah.
Scott, go ahead. Hey, Coach, Scott Proctor of Colorado. How you doing?
Good, sir.
Seemed like the running game had kind of got going the last two games. It was a bit ineffective tonight. From your vantage point, what do you think kind of led to the ineffectiveness in that part of it?
We didn't execute. I mean, the play calls are there. We didn't execute. We missed a block here, we missed this there, we missed this there. We just didn't execute. I mean, play calling was definitely suffice. We didn't execute, and I believe we surrendered 6 sacks to their 4, which, in comparison, it wasn't bad. And Shedeur got to get the ball out of there at times as well. But we're better than that. We're better collectively than what we showed tonight.
Hey, Coach, Jake Shorns, DNVR. Just wanted to ask you about Shiloh, just what you thought about his play tonight.
I thought he played horrible. I thought he was rusty. I thought he didn't have his footing. I thought he wasn't breaking down. He was coming up trying to make the play, but open field one-on-one tackle with that kind of back is that ain't an easy task. But he's going to do better. I know what he has in him.
Coach Prime, Alex Ramirez, My Life Sports Radio.
doing, sir?
When Jimmy Horn and Travis went down in the second quarter, you mentioned that everybody else stepped up.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty awesome. You guys were still in the game. I mean, it shows resilience on your team, right?
True. Shows tremendous resilience. It shows you depth. It shows you the recruiting has been successful in the depth of that position. It shows that Pat did a wonderful job. He didn't change, the distribution of the ball and the play calling. We still had a couple big-time guys out there that could make plays. Who else? 82. He got injured, too. I'm just thinking about that. Timmons, yeah. Terrell Timmons, he got hurt, too. So let's not forget, because he went down. That's why we had some of the guys in later in the game. But I'm praying for him as well. Hopefully he's okay. I don't know what happened with him as well.
Hey, Coach, Jack Carlo with Buffalo's Wire.
I'm a man.
With potentially a few injuries in the wide receivers room, just how confident are you in some of the guys, second and third on the depth chart to step up?
We're deep, man. I mean, that room is deep. Those guys step up tremendously, and we have freshmen that's able to step up. And Draylon did a wonderful job. Did a wonderful job of coming in there and making plays. So I'm happy with who they are, what they are, and how they work. They do a tremendous job of working in practice. They have leadership by LeJohntay. He's probably their vocal leader in there, but we're deep in that position.
Hey, Coach Palm, how you doing?
How you doing, sir?
Good, sir. Mike Lamonte, I-65 Radio. Cordell, how soon is he looking to come back?
I think he's healthy. Yeah, he just gotta do his thing. Yeah, he's gotta do his thing.
Any other questions?
That it.
Hey, Coach, just real quick, on a positive note, BJ Green gets his first couple sacks as a buff, and can you talk about just his performance tonight and just you guys getting to?
Well, I haven't watched the film, so I don't really know how they performed, but he had a couple sacks which came at crucial times. I don't know how many tackles he had, but I didn't get that far. I was just looking at. I gotta watch film to see who really did what and how they did. So, but from the natural eye, he had a couple sacks, which was impressive. I think he's capable of that every game, and that's what we're looking for, and that's what we desire.
4 tackles.
Hey, Coach, you often say how Shedeur is letting you know kind of what he's seeing after certain plays.
Yeah.
Tonight, with just some of the sacks and some of the miscommunication on the offensive line, what was he kind of saying in some of the breakdowns there?
I can't tell you everything that happens, but you would never guess that some things happen and they happen. So that's why you got to hear from a quarterback, because I could be upset and get on him. Then he'll tell me what he saw, and he'll tell me what really transpired. So I have to back off a little bit. I learned not to be emotional when it comes to seeing what a quarterback sees. But I'm just happy and elated that we just always feel like if the ball is in his hands at the end, we're gonna have an opportunity. And I don't know what transpired at the end. It looked like it was pass interference to me, but it was tough. I didn't want to end that way, I just saw us fighting down the field, and I know once we crossed the 50, it was Marta's time. So I felt like we was gonna be okay.
Couple more, man.
Hey, Coach, what's the message afterwards to the guys in the locker room? Obviously very frustrating, but you got to pick up the pieces next week.
Self-reflect. It's something to self-reflect. Everybody wants opportunities to be that guy. And oftentimes you get opportunities to be that guy, and you're upset that you didn't rise to the occasion. So just self-reflect. Sometimes when you lose in life, you get your butt kicked, and you just got to take it. But sometimes you lose, you say, dang, we should have won that. We should have had that. And that was one of those type of games. That's not taking anything away from our opponents because they played their butts off and they're in their locker room right now celebrating, having a good time, and they deserve it. But for us, we just felt like we let that one slip away. And we got to do a better job of taking advantage of the opportunities that we had to win that game because we had several.
Anything else for Coach?
Yes, ma'am.
Katie Cheshire with Denver Westward. Bigger picture question: how are you feeling about the chance to make a bowl game after tonight?
That's not in our thought process whatsoever. We're one game at a time. Really one game at a time. We definitely want on. You know the goal is to get Miss Peggy to a bowl. You know that. But we're one game at a time. That's the target. You know, you hate dropping those games, but you can see that we're trending in the right direction. You can see that we have some capable players. You can see that we have some people that can flat out play this game. We just got to all show up together. Today, the run defense, we didn't show up collectively.
Last one, go ahead, Ryan.
Coach Ron Scholes from Ralphie Report. You talked about how deep the wide receiver room is, and guys like Omarion Miller and Draylon Miller had phenomenal games tonight. What did you see out of those guys, and what can Colorado fans expect from them going forward?
Omarion is just, he can play. I mean, you could just flip a coin and he could start if you desire him to. It's just that the way the chips fall for him. But he is just like a starter. And who else? Draylon, I mean, being a true freshman and coming in and contributing as much as he's doing, it's phenomenal. Hats off to him. Because you think you're going to get those freshman mistakes, but he's not making them. He's there and he's fighting and he's working his butt off in critical moments. I mean, when Shedeur could trust him in critical moments, that speaks a lot to who he is and how he's risen to the occasion. But you got to understand, when you lose to Travis Hunter and Jimmy Horn and Timmons, that tremendously hurts. But look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 receivers had an opportunity. 9 people caught passes today, which is phenomenal. That keeps your room happy as well.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you. God bless you. Get home safely.